Hey Primary 6 Math Prodigies, this is Coach Saiful with your daily dose of math mastery, and today we're going to go into question number 4 of your assessment paper number 11. Now this question, let's take a look at it first, is actually a simple question if you've done a lot of ratio questions actually. If you take a look at this question, it's actually pretty simple if you've seen this strategy being used. So let's take a read of this question first. It says, at first, the ratio of Shanti's savings to Roy's savings was 5:4. After each of them donated $60 to charity, the ratio of Shanti's savings to Roy's savings became 13:10. The question is, what was Shanti's savings at first? Alright, so here we are given two ratios. Okay, the first one was 5:4. Okay, the ratio of Shanti's to what? Shanti's to Roy's. So S to R. Okay, and the other one was 13:10. So we are given two ratios. Okay, and apparently what happened in between was that they both went down by $60 because they donated their money to charity. Okay, so now the question really is, how does 5:4 becomes 13:10? How did minus $60 actually make our ratio bigger? So that's the first question. And the second question is, how are these two related to the negative 60? Okay, so this is how we do the question. Okay, first of all, we need to understand that this became bigger not because the numbers became bigger, but because the proportion became smaller. Okay, so 5:4 actually is a simplest form. And what do you know about simplest form? It means that it's already been reduced. Okay, so 5:4 is actually the same as what? 10:8, because we multiply it by 2. If we multiply it by 3, we'll get 15:12. And if we multiply it by 4, we will get 20:16. Okay, so your original ratio could actually have been either, cannot be 10:8 because then it become bigger. So this is out, definitely out. It can be 15:12 because it become higher. It can also be 20:16 because it became higher. But let's take a look at these two options. Okay, 15:12 and 20:16. Okay, and the one that the ratio that the ratio that actually became was 13:10. So which one is actually more possible, or which one is the answer? Okay, the answer for this is actually, let's check this out. From 15 to 13, we minus by how many? By 2. From 12 to 10, we minus by how many? We minus by 2. So that's interesting. And another one, if we take 20:16, from 20 to 13, we minus by 7. From 16 to 10, we minus by 6. So what do you see? This minus 2, this one minus 2, this one minus 7, minus 6. So how can it be that $60 is a different ratio at two different times? $60 should be actually the same ratio. So therefore our original ratio was 15:12. Okay, now that we know that, we can take out everything and we can say, okay, the original was 15:12 and now it became 13:10 because they both reduced by minus 2, which also happens to be $60. So what can you tell me immediately? 2 units is actually equals to $60. And so 1 unit is equals to $30. Okay. So the question is asking you, what was Shanti's savings at first? Shanti is this one. At first was 15 times 30. And the answer is $450. That's it. Simple once you know the strategy. Alright, if not, it's going to be difficult. Like I said, you have to keep doing your 5-year series or 10-year series and see the kind of questions that keeps coming up in your PSLE. Alright, if you got that one right, however, I'm going to give you a big high five because you are a math prodigy. Good job. Okay, and so I'm going to bring you the quote of the week, and the quote of the week is, just because a goalkeeper is standing in front of you, it doesn't mean you can't score. Right? I know there's tons of things that are standing in front of you, fear, doubts, worries, whatever it is. Just because that goalkeeper is standing in front of you, it doesn't mean you can't score. You always score, even though there is a goalkeeper. Alright, with that, this is Coach Saiful signing off, saying you are a math prodigy.